Hello guys, welcome to my channel Civology, the study of civil engineering. Today the topic of discussion is self-compacting concrete and it is also called as self-consolidating concrete. So in this video we are going to explore the benefits and applications, mixed design and composition of self-compacting concrete, and what are the mixed design procedures and what type of tests are performed to check the quality of self-compacting concrete. So before we start our today's topic, if you are new to my channel, you are requested to please subscribe it and don't forget to press the bell icon to get video updates. So let's get started. First of all, let us define what is self-compacting concrete. Self-compacting concrete or SCC or self-consolidating concrete is a type of concrete that can flow and fill formwork without vibration, reducing labor costs and improve quality. This non-segregating concrete is distributed by its own weight while maintaining the properties of regular concrete such as durability and strength. As you guys can see over here in this picture, this is a type of concrete which spreads itself on its own weight. Okay, and this is also non-segregating. Segregation is caused due to the heavy particles or larger particles, as we will discuss in the mixed design of self-compacting concrete that what type of aggregate size is used in this concrete which results in reduction of segregation. So this is a type of concrete which do not vibrations, okay, which in turn reduce the labor cost and the good quality is gained. Okay, and this innovative material is characterized by its ability to fill intricate forms, pass through congested reinforcement, and achieve high levels of compaction without segregation or bleeding. What are the benefits of self-compacting concrete? The benefits may include that it improves construction efficiency by reducing labor cost and increase productivity. It reduces labor cost, which means that you do not require a separate labor for operating vibrator. Okay, and increasing productivity, it's mean that you save a lot of time which will be consumed in operating the vibrator. Okay, it spreads itself on its own weight, and it also enhances quality and finish by eliminating the need for vibration, which can introduce air pockets and defects. Additionally, self-compacting concrete is more durable and sustainable than traditional concrete with improved resistance to segregation and bleeding. Now let us discuss the applications of self-compacting concrete. Self-compacting concrete has a wide range of applications from high-rise buildings to bridges and infrastructure. It also deals for precast concrete products such as pipes and blocks and for repair and rehabilitation projects. In fact, self-compacting concrete is being used in some of the world's most iconic structures, including the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Mixed design and composition. The mixed design and composition of self-compacting concrete require careful selection and proportioning of cement, aggregates and mixtures and water. By following a systematic mixed design procedure, it is possible to achieve the required properties of self-compacting concrete, including flowability, viscosity and passing ability. So, how is self-compacting concrete made? The mixed design typically consists of cement, aggregate and admixtures. It requires a unique mixed design that ensures its flowability, viscosity and passing ability. So the main characteristics of self-compacting concrete, that is its flowability, its viscosity and its passing ability. Self-compacting concrete requires a higher paste volume and a lower aggregate volume. Now this point is very important to, if you want to design a mix for self-compacting concrete, you must ensure that there should be more paste volume and there should be lower aggregate volume than traditional concrete. It also requires specialized admixtures such as superplasticizers and viscosity modifying agents. Now let us discuss the composition one by one. The first one is cementitious materials. The type of cement used in self-compacting concrete is typically type 1 and type 2 cement, which has a higher fineness and surface area than other types of cement. So the first point which should be in your mind for making a mixed design, that the type of cement should be either type 1 or type 2. Cement content. The cement content in self-compacting concrete is usually higher than in traditional concrete, typically ranging from 350 to 450 kg per cubic meters. And supplementary cementitious materials required for mixed design of self-compacting concrete is like fly ash, silica flume, or ground granulated blast furnace slag, which is also called a GGBFS, can be used to improve the workability and durability of self-compacting concrete. These were the few cementitious materials which can add up to make a mixed design for a self-compacting concrete. Let us discuss the second component or second ingredient of mixed design, which is aggregates. The type of aggregate used in mixed design of self-compacting concrete typically uses a combination of fine and coarse aggregates with higher proportions of fine aggregates. Okay. Aggregate size and distribution. The aggregate size and distribution are critical in self-compacting concrete. A continuous grading curve with a maximum aggregate size of 12 to 16 mm is recommended. As you can see over here in this picture, aggregates can be classified into different groups based on the sizes of the aggregate stone size. Okay, so the recommended size for mixed design is 12 to 16 mm. Okay, for better self compaction and to avoid segregation and bleeding and to make a homogeneous viscous solution. Okay. Aggregate content. The aggregate content in self-compacting concrete is typically lower than in traditional concrete, ranging from 700 to 900 kg per cubic meters. The fourth component of mixed design is admixtures. Superplasticizers. Superplasticizers are essential in self-compacting concrete to achieve the required flowability and workability. They can be based on polycarbooxylate or polyacrylate chemistry. Viscosity modifying admixtures (VMAs) are used to control the viscosity of self-compacting concrete and prevent segregation. They can be based on polyacrylate or polyacrylamide chemistry. Air entertaining admixtures. Air entertaining mixtures can be used to improve the freeze-thaw resistance of self-compacting concrete. So the admixtures used in the mixed design of self-compacting concrete are of three types. The first one is superplasticizers. The second one is viscosity modifying admixtures, and the third admixture could be air entertaining mixtures. And the fourth and most important component of self-compacting concrete is water content. Water cement ratio. The water cement ratio in self-compacting concrete is typically lower than in traditional concrete, ranging from 0.35 to 0.45. Water content. The water content in self-compacting concrete is critical as it affects the flowability and workability of concrete. A higher water content can lead to segregation and bleeding. How can you make a mixed design for a self-compacting concrete? So the first procedure is trial mixes. Trial mixes are prepared to evaluate the flowability, viscosity and passing ability of self-compacting concrete. The second procedure is adjustments. Adjustments are made to the mixed design based on the result of the trial mixes. The third point is optimization. The mixed design is optimized to achieve the required properties of self-compacting concrete. Now, how to check the quality of self-compacting concrete? The first one is to ensure the quality of self-compacting concrete. Several tests are performed, including slump flow test, V-funnel test, and the L-box test. So we will only stick to our topic, which is self-compacting concrete. And if you want to know about these tests, let me know in the comments. I will make a detailed video about these tests, that how these are performed and what are the objectives of these tests. Okay, so just keep in your mind that these three tests are performed to test the quality of self-compacting concrete, and these tests evaluate the flowability, viscosity, and passing ability of the concrete. Additionally, compressive strength tests are performed to ensure the concrete meets the required strength standards. So guys, that's all for self-compacting concrete. In the end, you are again requested, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to it and don't forget to press the bell icon to get video updates. That's all for today.